and to dear HSPS. It is my pleasure and great honor to welcome Director HSP. Thank you so much, sir, for giving your time in this difficult scenario. I would like to invite Professor Karampal Nerwal, sir, to give his views before we start. Sir.
Yeah. My learned colleague, Professor Sanjeev Kumar, and my dear students. In fact, I wanted this interaction to be as informal as possible, but few students now dropped me a message, you please join us and all that. Because I'm really, honestly speaking, I don't relish to be director more because I'm a teacher basically. And this job of the director and the job of the teacher is altogether different because I expect you to be use me as a teacher more, not as a director. So Professor Sanjeev sir is there today to interact with you, to share your views, to enlighten you, and I welcome him. He is so generous. He has very kindly agreed, and we are going to organize few more such sessions for you, so that whatever kind of monotony that you are having due to this COVID protocol nowadays, so you all will uh, enjoy something out of this daily classroom and these online classes of syllabus and all that. In offline classes, we used to do it very frequently, but by chance, for last 1 year, almost this COVID has arrested all of us like that. We are in home arrest kind of situation. So that is why you are not able to get all these activities as we are expecting you to get. That's why to fill the gap, we have now attempted to arrange a few more such lecture. And yesterday's lecture was also very interesting. Many students have attended. And like this, Professor Sanjeev sir will interact you. He is a teacher at Par Excellence, and you enjoy him throughout. So without taking much of your time, I wish you all the best, all the organizers. And thanks my colleague, Professor Sanjeev Kumar, for sparing time at such odd hours. Thank you so much, please.
Thank you, sir. To reach to the prime objective of life, we have different pathways, termed as career. The better you understand self, better will be the understanding of pathways. To enlighten us on this prominent process, I invite a magnificent personality who has diversification approach and enthusiasm toward life, which is unparalleled. Please welcome Professor Sanjeev Kumar, sir.
Thank you guys, thank you everybody, and my special thanks to Professor Karampal, my colleague, a friend, and it seems a little out of the context when you're formally welcomed by a friend, but nevertheless that's the trend. So thank you, Professor Pal, and my compliments and congratulations to all the organizers for arranging this such activity. Guys, such activity, they not only build upon your existing set of skill and confidence, but at the same time, they connect you to and they take you out of a rigid and defined framework of mind. And that creates more like varied perception, and that leads to better understanding and better outcomes. So my compliments are really to all the organizers, students, and whosoever is attached with it. And thanks to again for giving me this opportunity. Anyway, as Professor Paul said, we'll keep it a bit informal, and like it will be a kind of a brisk little talk on career. Guys, before I start, let me put it like on record that I'm an expert on career. I'm a teacher, but I haven't explored in the area of different like career options and all that. But having said this, the equal weightful thing is that I've been teaching for around more than 20 years. And in these 20 years, like being a teacher, me and my other colleagues have seen so many bright students shaping their career, and reaching to the some really proud positions. So that kind of has built in us an understanding as to what it takes and what one can be expected to chart out to really choose a good career. So guys, before I begin, it's my humble request to you that since primarily I'm a teacher, so I always expect it to be a two-way communication, and I haven't made any slide. It will be a kind of a talk only. So whenever you feel like, any one of you feel like, please interact, and I'll be asking a few questions, and I expect you to contribute whatever you feel like. Okay. So guys, when it comes to career, it's often said it's easy to choose a job, but it takes a lot of guts to choose a career. Now, it simply puts a question, is there a difference between a job and career? The answer is yes, a lot of difference. And one thing, that you guys are lucky enough. You are among those very little proportion of the entire eligible workforce in this nation, and all the youngsters. You are a very little, very small proportion of those who have this chance, this luck to be able to choose your career, your job, your future economic endeavor. Because majority of the people out there, the youngsters out there, they are forced into earning their livelihood. So choosing to something that to earn your livelihood and choosing a career, they're entirely two different things. Can I I was contemplating on the idea how to begin and how to interact with you, and it was I was finding a little difficult to concise all the ideas regarding this into a brisk talk. So but something really struck my mind. If I name you a few people, let's say Henry Ford, or say Michael Dell, or Steve Jobs, or even Bill Gates, or let's say Sachin Tendulkar, Cristiano Ronaldo, and so on and so forth. Guys, what is common in all these names that I have mentioned here? In सब में common क्या है? कोई बता सकता है मुझे?
सर उन्होंने अपना पैशन चुना।
Yes.
उन्होंने सर अपना पैशन को चुना। पैशन के पीछे वो था कि मुझे जैसे सचिन तेंदुलकर था कि उन्होंने क्रिकेट में जाना है, तो वहीं गए।
Okay, good.
उन्होंने अपने बिजनेस लाइन में उन्होंने मैन्युफैक्चरिंग जो भी मतलब प्लांट लगाया, कार मैन्युफैक्चर करी, जो टेक्निकल लाइन में उनको जो मतलब पैशन था।
Good. So anybody else?
Sir, they determined to their goals.
Determined to their goal. Okay. Then there are many people, but yes, I agree with Akshay. Okay, they are successful. They were determined to their goals. They are celebrities now. But one common thing, okay, they belong to different field. Henry Ford was a car maker. Michael Dell, a computer maker, and then Bill Gates, a software expert, and Steve Jobs, another software expert, and Cristiano Ronaldo, a footballer, and different field. But the common thing among them was, yes, Akshay said, they choose a career out of their passion, out of their love. They didn't choose any earning. Okay, I got to make my earning, I got to make my living. Mujhe kamana hai, khana hai, so what should I do? They chose a career that was of their choice, of their liking, of their love. And guys, what's the outcome? If you choose your interest as your career, if you choose your passion as your career, then what is the best thing that happened out of it?
सर हम हैप्पी रहेंगे हमेशा।
Sir, we love that work to do and to make it into a passion.
सर उसमें हमारा इंटरेस्ट बना रहेगा तो इस फील्ड में अच्छा काम करेंगे।
Yes, you don't require to be pushed out of your bed every morning to do it. Just imagine, guys, Sachin Tendulkar have been paid for playing. Cristiano Ronaldo is paid for playing, and like they love doing something, and they are paid for doing something which they love. So they do not need a constant outside and external extrinsic motivation to push them on. It's always inbuilt. And contrary to it, just think of that an ordinary job which you do for, let's say, your living. तो क्या होता है, सुबह क्या करना पड़ेगा आपको? हर रोज आपको धक्के से बिस्तर से निकालना पड़ेगा. You'll wait for Saturday, you'll wait for Sunday, you'll wait for all the holidays, all the chuttis, all the and in and out and stress, most of the time the stress. So guys, this is the difference between a job and the right career. Job is something that you do to earn your livelihood, and career is something that you choose out of your choice. It's a choice. It's a conscious choice that you made based upon your own understanding of yourself, your understanding of things. And when you choose a career consciously, not just that it happened to fall your way, then you are more likely to be successful, you are more likely to be happy, and you are more likely to contribute to this world. You're likely to add beauty to the world. Say all the names that I've given you, it's not that they have earned good money, it's that they have given the world so much. Isn't it, guy? You name anything. Sachin Tendulkar, they have given so many happy moments to the entire nation. Cristiano Ronaldo, apart from the Portugal and the club that he plays for, he has given so many happy moments to all the sports lover, all the football lover around the world. Steve Jobs, like so many things. So this is when you choose a career, then you are more likely to contribute. If I say that choosing a job is easy, but choosing a career needs a guts, needs a lot of guts. Why do I say so? Because choosing a right career requires a lot of understanding, a lot of effort, a lot of courage, and many times going out of like the prevalent easy way. That's why choosing a career requires some sort of guts. So guys, like if I ask you, what's the most important thing in the life? I am putting here two questions. First question is, yes, what's the most important thing in life?
Happiness, sir.
Happiness.
Satisfaction.
Okay, good.
Satisfaction.
Satisfaction. Okay, good.
और सर हम लोगों की लाइफ में वैल्यू,
Huh?
लोगों की लाइफ में सर वैल्यू एडिशन करें.
Okay, value addition. Anyway, so see your answers. Any more people if like they like to answer. Anybody who differs a bit of all these answers? Quickly, please.
Sir, passion.
Passion. Okay, the same thing. Your liking or your interest or passion. Okay. So, like guys, okay, if you look at your answer, none of you mentioned like a career. None of you mentioned success in a typical way. None of you mentioned the more money, so on and so forth. So the most important thing in the life is the life itself. Most important thing in the life is life itself. Living life well. But the question is, to live life well, you need an earning. You need something to feed it. You need something to support your way of living. And here comes the role of career. So career is also important. My second question is, what career according to you is the best, or it has the brightest future? किस career में सबसे ज़्यादा bright future है?
सर हम इसमें एग्जैक्ट नहीं कह सकते, हर पर्सन के अंदर सर डिफरेंट डिफरेंट
Ex-
क्वालिटीज है।
Exactly, sir. This
Okay.
thing depends according to person to person.
Sir, in which we
Okay.
are in
Simran, yes, Mukul.
which we are more lovable things and more capable to do that work.
Okay. Okay. Again, so let's not spend more time on it. I got your answers. Again, if we see the trend of your answer here, none of you mentioned a career or a job or a specific field. All you mentioned is you, yourself, the capability in you, like it vary person to person. Exactly, that's the answer. The future is not in the job. The future is not in the X career or Y career. The future is always in the person. Now, so now that the question is, as I said, to live your life well, you need to have a job and better like a career, because you need to live life well. Then how to choose a career? This is the moot question. That's what. So I took a little while just to come to this question, so that you understand the sequence, the synchronization, the connectivity, the interrelationship between these things. Because a few lectures you might have heard somewhere, you might have read, okay, this is the right career, this is the right career. So guys, I differ a bit from all those things. But anyway, before going further, my question, like that we reached to the moot question, how to choose the right career. Okay, now can you answer me how to choose the right career? As we have discussed, the future is not in the career, future is not in the job. But yes, okay, just one second. I'd like to divert a little bit. Say, can you differentiate between job and career, guys?
Sir, as you told, job is to simply to earn livelihoods, but career is to be used for gaining experience and all.
Yeah, quite close to answer. Very good. You are amazing.
Career has
Good.
passion, sir.
Okay, career should have passion. Like I won't say like, okay, if we can build that career have passion in its definition first, but that's not the case. Career should have passion, but the career, the meaning of the career per se, as of now, does not include the passion in it. So, but you are close to the answer. Anybody else?
So a job can be just going to work to earn a paycheck, and a career means that you choose by your choice. That each
Okay,
of
that's
your
fine. That's fine. But anyway, guys, job and careers are interrelated, but they are not the same thing. They are interrelated. They are not the same thing. Job is any work, like professional or otherwise, that you are offered or that you choose to make a living out of it. Of course, maybe it might be based upon, say, your passion or choices, so and so. Career is a long-term progression. Career is well planned, well thought out, well chalked out, long-term progression. It's a series of job that you plan, that you look for to see yourself growing in accordance with what you have thought best for you. So career by definition entails in a like it have and built in it is the planning for the long-term planning for future. Where would you want to see yourself in the future, and how would you prepare for that to reach to that future? Look, whenever a player start training himself or herself, he or she always have a goal. Okay, first I'll play for the school, then I'll play for the say for the club, for the state, for the nation, and then I'll be like this or like that in nation. I'll play for so many years. So this is how one plan for long term, and then simultaneously one also plan like how to train oneself, how to like make oneself capable, fit for that future positions that you want to hold, be it sports or be it anywhere else. So guys, now is the difference between between the job and the career is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So now the question is, I said the career is important. Why? I told you. So our focus should be the mood point. I say, okay, how to choose a good career. The first thing first is you should choose a career for you that is in sync. Please note it down. Indarjit. So I repeat, it's like while choosing a career, the most important thing is you should choose a career that is in sync. When I say sync means that's in tune with yourself, your talent, your potential. There are two things, guys, that you have. What are those two things? One is your formal degree, your formal education, your formal training. So over the years, you all have attained, have been given some kind of formal education, whatever it is, schooling, then high schooling, then college, then graduation, and different fields, different streams. So that's your formal education. Your formal education, formal training, and enables you to do something. They equip you with certain skills, technical skill, managerial skill, and human skill. The second thing is you yourself, and this you yourself is the most important thing that I begin with. That, and guys, when I say talk of degrees, the formal education, degrees are at the max, at the most is a hint as to what skills or what field or what direction you might take, but they are not the answer to everything. I repeat my word. Degrees, your formal education at the max is a hint, is a sort of a broad guidelines and direction, broad guidelines that might help you take a certain direction, but they are not the exact path or exact destination that they can take you. If that would have been the case, all the IITians might be working in the field of engineering. You might look around. IITians are one of the most talented brain that India produces. But so many of the IITians, having passed IITs and in best of the stream, IIT, IT, and then BTech IT, computers, and so on and so forth. And so many of them, like I don't have data, I didn't dig into the data, but we all know so many of them chose a field that is entirely disconnected to the field of education. They are managers somewhere, they are running advertising agency, they are running some other agency, they like having done BTech computers, they are in like into the like say real estate, or they are selling cars, or they are the chief marketing manager or something like this kind of a thing. So that's what I wish to tell you. Your degrees are at the best in, like kind of a broad indicator, nothing more than that. And what's the best indicator that the career that can direct you to the right career is you. And when I talk of you, every one of us is gifted, is equipped by the nature with variety of capabilities. Each one of you have a different set of capabilities. Say like it means anything, like your communicating skill, your courage, your leadership capability, like your risk-taking abilities, and then say your activity, your spontaneity, your intellect, your sharpness. There's so many. You're gifted with so many of the inbuilt skills. So this is where you need to build your career around, in accordance, in consensus, and sync with your formal degree also. If you don't have a formal degree somehow, or the formal training that is more in sync with your inbuilt talent, your like inherited capabilities gifted by the nature, then you might look for some different kind of formal training. So if you do not have those kind of skills required to make best use of your inbuilt capability, whatever it is, then guys, better you equip yourself with those required skill. Okay, we'll come that to a little later. So clear so far, guys?
Yes, sir.
Any question? Like my talk will be more based upon interaction. Yes, guys, any question from anybody?
No, sir.
Okay. Now when we go to make our career choices in sync with our capabilities. Now, how to assess, how to know what we are more like, what capacity, capabilities, what inherent talent. Because guys, like if we built our career, our career choices, our job choices in sync with something that we are gifted, something that we have inherent, something that we have in abundance in ourselves, then there are more likely chances of our success and more likely chances of our being happy and say like positive in life, because that's your competitive advantage over others. If you choose a field in which you do not have an inbuilt capability, for instance, like if somebody want to sing and does not have that inbuilt throat, so whatever amount of training, like it will be difficult for that person to be a singer or be an like a vocal artist. But like if you are gifted in something, and obviously by more training, by better training, you can enhance that and you have that edge over others. So in the same way, each one of you have those so many capabilities you need to assess. Now, how to do that? Now, guys, like I gave you a simple test. That's it. That was a very simple test. So that simple test could help you understand that each one of you is more suitable for certain kind of things. The issue is that, okay, you admit and you agree with me that future is not in the job, future is the job holder, future is in you. Like if you adapt your talent, your capacity in a right way to the changing surrounding, like your mere capability won't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything unless until you harness those talent, those inbuilt capabilities, and you train yourself and you acquire all those skills that are required to make your inbuilt capabilities more useful. Just saying that, okay, sir, I can speak well. Just saying that I can communicate well. Just saying that I'm creative, I can think, I'm innovative guy. These means nothing, guys. But yes, if you can acquire formal degrees, if you can venture into those things where these capabilities can be enhanced and can be used and can be turned into skill, only then you have a career. Okay, so now the thing is that how to find it out, how to assess it. So guys, if like 25 years back, 30 years back, it wasn't an easy task. But even then, many of us always knew. Like, who can know you better than you? Obviously, nobody's. So the first step, like to choosing a right career, is that know yourself. When I say know yourself, there are two ways. One is the formal way. I'll come to that a little bit later. Then other is you can know yourself in your own way. So when I say know yourself, your capability, it's not a one-day task. It's a process. It takes long time to really understand your gifts, your talents. But like if you start watching yourself, start gauging yourself, then you know in last so many years what it is that you are doing better than others, what it is that you enjoy doing, what it is that you are more at ease. So you guys you know your liking and dislikings. Say like if we, many of us guys, like if I take my own example, and I know so many of my students who have done it well in their respective field. So let's say my example, when I was in school, I didn't know like what career I may have. Sometime I wanted to be this or that, but as I entered to the college, like everybody else, I was also looking, okay, I need a career, I need something to meet my living. So when I entered into college, first year, second year of college, I started to understand, okay, there are some kind of jobs which I cannot do, which are not meant for you. And by the time I did my graduation, I was pretty clear, okay, these are my career options. And those career options were largely built upon my understanding of my liking, my strength, what can, if not make me happy, but what should not make me unhappy. That was the baseline while choosing my career. And luckily, I happened to be in a career of my choice. So when you are you start assessing yourself, you very soon will get to know, okay, what are some things, those your likings, dislikings, your natural talents, and then you start. Next step is you start looking for matching careers. Like for instance, at my time, there were fewer number of careers. Like today, the career choices in abundance. It's huge. Like for one skill set, you have variety of options that was not available many years back. So when you are clear in your choice of your career, believe me, guys, your mind is a wonderful thing. Your mind start preparing you from inside. You start picking up those things, those skills, those talents, those opportunities that you have chosen for yourself subconsciously. And even when you are not working to acquire the skill that is needed for your chosen career, your mind is still working and preparing you and making you capable for those chosen field. Okay, guys. But apart from that, nowadays there are so many kinds of the career tests available, aptitude tests. I want go one such very easy test I sent you across you. Some are paid, some are not paid. So you can begin with some free such tests, and then there are a lot of personality tests. In class, sometime I take a lot of personality tests. Say, let's say there are 5 major big 5 PF factor test. That's the most popular personality test. So that test help you understand your major major capabilities, like major psychological edges, or what you are good at, or what it is that you have more in abundance in comparison to other things. So these tests, I still admit the best test is you yourself. But still, if you want to assist yourself, want to doubly sure, want to help yourself, you can take those tests. For instance, guys, you can easily take a personal 5 PF test. It's available free on various websites. So it has 5 basic personality types. So I noted that down for you. Let me briefly discuss that out. Yes, guys, that is these 5 personality factors are openness, then conscientiousness, and then extroversion, then agreeableness, and neuroticism. So if you test yourself, you'll find that some of you are high on all of these 5 scales, 5 variables. Some are low, some are moderate. Majority will fall in moderate category in most of the, not all of the variables, in most of the variables. Let's say if somebody is high on the openness factor. The openness means the openness is like one's ability to interact freely with one's surrounding. That is openness. So if you score high on openness, and guys, for this you don't need a test, you can know otherwise also. But these tests, because they during our course of development, course of growth in our age, there are so many impediments, there are so many curtains that are put between you and yourself. So it's not always easy to understand yourself. So in that case, such test might help you a little, because जब हम अपने आप को देखते हैं तो बहुत बार औरों के नजरिए से भी देखते हैं, और औरों के नजरिए हमेशा सही नहीं होते, ऑब्जेक्टिव नहीं होते. So objective testing ke liye you can take these tests. So say, let's say those who are high on openness. Openness means such people, they tend to accept newer ideas. They tend to go like they are let's say a bit adventurous. They'll seek new things. They'll try new things. So the people high on openness are more suitable for certain kind of a job, and they are less suitable for certain kind of a job. So the people high on openness, but this is not an exact parameter. This is a broader indicator. So say the people high on openness, they cannot be like, it's difficult for them to be an accountant or an auditor or even a financial analyst. In contrast, like like the people with the high score on openness, they can be good, let's say marketing experts, advertising, like advertisers. They can go and choose the field of advertising, brand management, communication, and so on and so forth. So similarly, they are like, let's say the extroversion, high on extroversion, moderate extroversion, low on extroversion. One thing, make it clear, guys, except for the extreme score, no score is a bad score. Except for if somebody is high on extrovert, then he or she is good. No, it only means he or she is good for certain kind of things. Let me ask you one thing before I move further. When you go for an interview and when you go for certain jobs, you sit in the test. Though the test for many of the government job in India, they are not the test of suitability. They simply are the way to just screen out the large numbers. That's not the best test. But say if you say the better test in India, let's say Army, CDS, SSB. So if you like, any one of you has ever faced an army recruitment like officer rank. So after your written test, once you have passed your written test, they have tested for your basic knowledge that is required in that field. Then guys, what you are tested for?
We are tested for officer-like qualities. SSB is conducted, that is Services Selection Board. So they test us for officer-like qualities.
Okay, good. So if you are not able to crack SSB, if you're not able to make it to Defense Force as an officer, what does it mean? Does it mean that you are not a good guy, or you are not intelligent enough, or does it mean something else?
Sir, maybe it means that we do not have that basic qualities, or we are lagging somewhere.
It simply means, guys, like if you have put required amount of hard work, because everything requires a basic quantum of effort. If that effort is there, then the things that decides the selection, that's not a like indication of your capabilities. That's simply an indication of your suitability. And your suitability for a particular job is not decided by your being intelligent or not or whatever. It has long been decided in your genes, in your early brought up, in who you are, which is shaped by so many factors, and not just by your education or just by your hard work or your efforts. No. So most of the tests, the interviews, if they are good, they are the test of suitability for a job, whether you are suitable for that job or not. The best test should check your suitability, because the employer also wants a person who is more naturally fit for that kind of a job. Because if he or she is not fit, then he or she will keep cribbing all the time. He or she will keep he'll be dissatisfied. They'll need a lot of efforts to motivate them, efforts to push them, and that will be a hard task for the management, either financially or otherwise, and that will destroy the whole environment. So the same applies for you also. If you're choosing a wrong job, it's difficult. So it's a matter of suitability. So these tests, say, like I suggest you might take some personality tests. They might help you. Again, I mentioned, they are not the exact answers, but they will surely help you. But still, the best help is you. So guys, the choice to a right career starts with knowing yourself. Knowing yourself means know your capabilities, know your natural inclinations, your likes, dislikes, your nature given gifts. So this is the most important things. Because if you choose a field, if you choose a career that is more close to you, that is more close to your liking, to your inherent talent, you will not require to push yourself out of bed every morning. And imagine what a good life will it be that you'll get up fresh in the morning. Oh wow, aaj kaam pe jana hai, aaj hi karna hai, aaj hi karna hai. And just the contrary, are yaar uthna hai, fear, it's still, and you're creeping and your life will be hell. So guys, it's the right time that you make a right career choice. And the first step I have already told you is assess yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your likings, your natural skill set, your natural talent, natural gifts, your capabilities, which are inherent to you, which you may have more than others. And then second thing is, as I told in the beginning, this won't work. You have to put these capabilities, you have to harness the capabilities, you have to turn these capabilities into skill. And for that, right kind of education, right kind of training. So the second thing is start looking for before choosing for the right training, you can choose for the areas where you need to go. Say based upon your liking and based upon say your assessments, personality assessments, and career tests, career quiz you can take. You can narrow down upon to the few areas of that you feel, and okay, I can go into advertising or marketing or creative writing or financial consultancy or like say like an HR field as a trainer or as a counselor or as a teacher. So many things are there, or as a researcher, as a statistician, as a data analyst. So you scroll down, you narrow down to a few areas based upon your assessment of your own self. Then look for what kind of skill set is required and how much of those skills you possess already. Some skills you definitely will be possessing. Then you need to harness those skills. How can you harness those skills? Again, one, where you are studying right now in your say MBA, in your in your college. And second is, nowadays, again, guys, you're lucky enough to have so many online trainings, so many short-term courses, workshops. Look for paid and unpaid both. When you choose some paid workshops, some paid small-time courses, some certificate course or some course, like in future, you don't need a piece of paper to prove your skills. Like there are so many things that the companies can assess your skills. So if you got to choose some highly paid these skill courses, then always treat them as an investment, not as an expense. So if you can easily afford them, do it. If somehow you cannot afford it right now, you can keep it for the future. And to begin with, you can enhance your skill set based upon so many things. Right, guys? So now having listed out the skills that you have and skill that you need to work upon. Just guys, 1 second, one second. भैया वाले थोड़ी सी, ठीक है? हाँ, मेरी क्लास है तो बंद कर देना है, थोड़ी सी बना ले, 2 रोटी बना दियो. Sorry guys, घर पे रहने में कई सारी समस्याएं होती हैं. And so I was talking about the skill set. So having made the list, you can decide upon कि अभी कौन सी skill set है, कौन सी skill set और चाहिए, और कौन सी skill set आपको near future में चाहिएगी. Then having work these out, start working on them, enhancing your skills, start acquiring the formal education from your existing formal training right now in MBA, then some part-time courses, some online courses, some lot of resource material available on YouTube and so many places, and your seniors and so many other places. Thirdly, start looking for the, now you know the areas where you go to venture into. You have started working on the training sets. Third is start looking for those industry, those companies, set of companies, and start making a list how to contact them, where to contact them. Start looking for building up your relationship. Start finding out your seniors, super seniors, your teachers, your family members, or say somebody in the family through which you can mind it. You will get a job based largely on your talent, your capability. But you need to reach somewhere to tell that yes, you have capabilities and all that. If you have a big brand, it's easier. But if you don't have a big brand means like the institutions that you have had your degrees from and so many other things. So if you don't have those things, then you need an initial push. So these all links are required for that push. So start making a list of all those companies and all that. Start making CVs, start making, finding out your stance on and all this, the skill set that you have already built up, on the skill set that you are likely to build up, and the training that you are likely to undertake. Start doing those activities that are required to enhance your existing skill set. Say if you are going to the as a financial analyst, start like working upon that thing. Abhi Department of Stock Exchange us pe kaam kariye. Start making a small portfolio of yourself and your friends by spending a little money or whatever. So start thing. And another thing is, apart from making a list of all those companies and a list of all those people who can help you, start dreaming, start assuming, start fantasizing about that job. When you start dreaming and start fantasizing, you know, a wonderful thing happens. You do not become anything just by trying. Fantasizing, dreaming, and seeing yourself in that position, start preparing yourself, your mind. Those inbuilt transmitters and all those things in your mind, jo bhi hote hain, unko wo activate karna shuru karta hai. And this is how you are more you become more aware, you become more tuned to those kind of things. And lastly, start executing all those things that you have made by now. So this thing, making a list of your doing SWOT analysis, your strengths, your weaknesses, your liking, your disliking, the kind of opportunity you have, and where are the things that you're lacking, what skill sets you have, what skill sets you're lacking, what skill sets you need more, and who can help you get into those job, list of those company, list of those people. Start communicating, start working on those kind of things, start adding those skills, start dreaming, and start doing things in your surrounding, in your department, whenever you get a chance to organize something. And all those things are helping you in preparation. That is a kind of a training. And then look for a long-term perspective. It's not about taking a job. Career is about a long-term perspective. Okay, I'll start like this, then go like this. Maybe 5 years now, 10 years from now, 7 years from now, sometime perspective changes, because you might be exposed to more things and you say, no, okay, this is not the right career for me. I'll shift into that, and I'll train myself for that, and I'll shift. So that might happen. But the chances of the major shift, the big shift, the dramatic shift will be lowered, will be lesser if you assess and start right today. And if you do all these things, I'm sure I'll find it very unlikely that you won't get a good career. So guys, that's largely from my side. I think I won't tell you the number of jobs or the kind of jobs that are there in marketing or HR that you can find in internet in abundance. Yes, one thing that I forgot to add. Yes, guys. That is updation, continuous updation. I found that, and you might have seen during some of you juniors ने तो नहीं किया होगा, लेकिन जो seniors final में बच्चे हैं, उन्होंने कुछ seniors से जो हमने interaction start कराए थे, हम दोबारा वो interaction start करने वाले हैं within 10 days. तो उस interaction में बहुत सारे seniors जो अच्छी जगह बैठे हैं, उन्होंने एक बहुत important बात बताई थी, continuous updation. And just we are in touch with so many of the students who are doing well. So continuous updation is something that keep you that help you from that stop you from becoming redundant, that keep you relevant, that keep you meaningful, because things keep changing, technology keep changing, job requirement keep changing. The job that is important today, that job may not exist 10 years from now. So it's not job, again I say, that holds the future. It's you, your skill set, and largely two kind of skill set: your human skills, that your personal skills, that your personal capabilities, and which, believe me, which are very important. And second is the technical skill, the professional skills. So one kind of a skill may be a little more important today and less important tomorrow. So this is where on these technical skills that you need to keep updation. So thank you guys. And now the questions from your side.
Yes, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, please.
Yes. Sir, how to tackle the problem?
I've been able to add a bit of your understanding.
Yes, sir.
But one thing I can guarantee you, if you start, these things seem simple. If you start working on it, your career is guaranteed. Yes, guys, any question? There might be some question.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yes. Yeah, yes, please. Cool.
How to tackle the problem which are coming onto our career, like there are in university we can see there are cut-off list like MBA general for high and MBA marketing low. So sometimes students are interested in general, choose marketing.
Anyway, yes, Mukul, these things are like, by chance, I forgot to mention this thing. See, I told you in the beginning, we choose streams or careers not based upon our capabilities. We choose them on the basis of what others say about them. Okay, marketing is good, finance is good. Mukul, you can keep your video off, please. So let me introduce and it distract me also. Thank you very much. So when I say like we choose the stream, or we choose the job, we choose the career, or even we choose the like academic stream, science hai, arts lena hai, not based upon our liking or our, again, inbuilt talent, inbuilt capability, inbuilt capacities. We choose them more on the basis of the feedback or the opinion that we get from other, and that is a horrible way to choose the things. You look around so many suicides, you look around so many distress, you look around so many people are troubled because they entered in the field that's not of their make. वो उनके हिसाब का नहीं है. Same. So the talks about MBA journal, MBA marketing, MBA, this is superfluous. This is meaningless. I'll say even this is stupid because it means nothing. It means like, for instance, MBA marketing simply means that the people studying in MBA marketing, they'll have a little extra input of marketing field. People in finance will have a little extra input of finance field. But guys, if you do not have that metal inside, if you do not love numbers, if you do not have that analytical like capabilities inbuilt in your brain, like for instance, I don't have that analytical ability. So even if I would have studied MBA finance, I have to choose an MBA finance as my specialization as a teacher. Believe me, I would have turned into a horrible teacher, despite being scoring good marks or whatever. So it's immaterial कि आपने क्या पढ़ा है, क्या पढ़ रहे हैं. इसका बहुत ज्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला सिवाय इसके कि वो आपको स्किल सेट दे रहा है. तो आपको ये देखना है कि आपने जो फील्ड चूज किया है, आप लकी हैं अगर वो आपकी कैपेसिटी के हिसाब से है. एमबीए में एक ब्यूटी ये है कि आप आज के दिन भी आप कुछ भी एमबीए पढ़ के अपने हिसाब की स्किल सेट डेवलप कर सकते हैं और अपने नेचुरल इनबिल्ट कैपेबिलिटीज के हिसाब से जॉब और कैरियर चूज कर सकते हैं. चाहे एमबीए फाइनेंस में भी बहुत सारे ऑप्शंस हैं. कंपीटिंग पर्सनालिटी ट्रेट के ऑप्शंस हैं. फाइनेंशियल एनालिस्ट entirely different set of mental trait. Then you have the let's say a financial marketer of financial services and all that, entirely different set. You getting my guys? अगर आपको फाइनेंशियल प्रोडक्ट्स बेचने हैं और फाइनेंशियल एनालिसिस करनी है, दोनों में डिफरेंट स्किल सेट चाहिए। तो आपने कौन सी स्ट्रीम में लिया है, एमबीए जनरल में है, तो आपके लिए एक एक्स्ट्रा थोड़ा सा एडवांटेज ये है कि अभी भी आप फील्ड चेंज कर सकते हैं। और दूसरी बात, अगर आपने एमबीए फाइनेंस पढ़ा है, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि जिंदगी भर आपको एमबीए फाइनेंस में ही जॉब करनी है। एमबीए फाइनेंस ने आपको एक मोटी मोटी कैपेबिलिटी दे दी है। जब लोग आईआईटी करके मैनेजर बने हुए हैं, आईआईटी करके लोग लाइक एचआर में गए हुए हैं, सो लाइक these things are not that important. The most important is you're knowing yourself and choosing the right job opportunities, job options that matches your natural talent set, and then of course you acquire the other skills to match the job requirement. So मुकुल, ये important नहीं है कि किस बच्चे ने क्या किया, ये सब मिसनोमर है, ये मीनिंगलेस बातें हैं। प्लीज इनमें अपनी एनर्जी मत खपाओ। आप जहां भी हो, जिस भी फील्ड में हो, आप सिर्फ ये देखो कि उस स्ट्रीम में आपको वो चीजें मिल रही हैं जो आपको आपकी लाइकिंग के हिसाब से है। उस स्ट्रीम में नहीं मिल रही तो आप उनको एक्वायर करिए बाहर से। बाहर से मीन्स आप विद इन डिपार्टमेंट जितने ले सकते हैं वहां से लीजिए, बाकी बाहर से ले लो। सिर्फ डिपार्टमेंट के दम पे आप कैरियर नहीं बना सकते। डिपार्टमेंट आपको एक मेजर एक दे सकता है, एक आपको अंडरस्टैंडिंग दे सकता है, मोटी मोटी स्किल सेट दे सकता है। राइट गाइस?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, so much.
Yes. I hope I've been able to clarify your doubt.
Yes, sir.
अभी तक मैं आपको एक बात बताऊं, जिन्होंने भी एमबीए फाइनेंस एमबीए आईबी चूज किया ना, वो अपनी कैपेबिलिटीज, अपना इंटरेस्ट या लाइकिंग देख के नहीं किया है। वो सिर्फ इसलिए किया है कि किसी से सुन लिया, किसी से जान लिया, घर में किसी बड़े भाई ने, किसी ने कह दिया तू ये ले ले, एंड दैट्स एन हॉरिबल वे टू चूज। बट आपने अब चूज कर लिया है, आपके लिए एक अच्छी चीज है कि इसी के अंदर आपके पास बहुत सारे ऑप्शंस अवेलेबल हैं, और अभी आपके पास बहुत सारा टाइम है कि आप रिक्वायर्ड स्किल सेट पे वर्क कर सकते हैं। पर उसकी पहली कंडीशन यही है कि आप जाने कि भैया आप क्या हैं, आपको क्या पसंद है, आप क्या चाहते हैं, और उस चाहत के बेस पे आप कौन सी लाइवलीहुड, कौन सा अर्निंग का लाइक